In my home, always we had lots of books with many illustrations, and I think I always was surrounded by them and looking at Polish illustration art. But also, my mom collected books with collections of the paintings, like Hermitage Museum, or collection from V&A from our visit to London. So that was sort of present of art as well. And when we were on holidays, we always visited museums and art galleries. So I wanted to, from 15 years old, I made a decision to go to art school, where I study art in Poland. I work with sound, moving image, printmaking, but also painting. I'm interested in city and city's identity, hidden narratives in them, but also that notion between private and public, and layering those personal narratives on those hidden and narratives of the place. In the sound work, I record the urban spaces, but I'm also interested in the language and how language gives us identity, how important to belong means to learn the language, but also how speaking with accent makes us sort of outsider. But also I'm interested in the patterns of speech, and I like to play with them and layer them to create sort of new compositions. I'm a big fan of Chantal Akerman work, and I'm really interested in the way how she addresses the border between private and public in her movies. This is something which I try to often achieve in my work. One of the pieces which I would say is my favorite, are Women from Antwerp. And we've got a movie video installation where we observe women who are mainly smoking a cigarette, but we try to think about, we are projecting our own sort of narrative to what is happening to this character. They're somewhere in between. Where did they came from? Where are they walking? What are they thinking? There is that moment in between which I would like to depict in my work. Lina Poletti-Strada is screen print and painting on paper. It started from a photograph which I took on one of my walks when I got lost in the city. This particular place is Venice. It depicts a building covered in scaffolding and fabric, which is slightly open. So it's sort of like a curtain, but curtain where you could maybe reveal something, I painted over. So I try to sort of hide what there is behind the curtain, bringing again the tension to the piece. The process of making it, I start with a photographic image, but then I start I paint on paper, then the screen print goes on the top, and then I paint again. So it's a unique piece. So I'm using screen printing more because I'm enjoying the quality of how the ink moves through the mesh of the screen and sits on the paper. I have been living in the Northwest for the last 20 years, and connected to Art Lab Print Studio, which is great printmaking facilities for artists and students at UCLan. Over years, I developed connection to many artists and professionals, creative professionals in the area. I've got my own studio here, and actually many curators and artists are happy to come and visit me here. So it's actually place where can be, connected to London and other places worldwide.